Okay, then let's go ahead and get started on our backs. I know that's your favorite way of getting started. So once you're here, if you need a little bit of neck support, feel free, and you all remember Mochi here. Feel free to roll up a blanket and place it underneath your head. If you have a yoga block, feel free to use the yoga block underneath your head. But if you don't need to use any of them, feel free to just have your head flat on the floor. And then once you're here, I would say bend your knees, have your feet about mat width apart, knees towards each other, and start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. So these first few breaths, keep your eyes closed, take a deep inhale, and a deep, deep exhale all the way out. Yeah, so as you start to relax the muscles around the jaws, relax the muscles around your neck. Even if starting up a little bit higher, start to relax the muscles around your eyes. Yeah. So you can start to windshield wiper your knees side to side, or you can keep your knees towards each other if you prefer. So as you inhale, feel the sense of length all the way through the spine. And then as you exhale all the way out through the backs of your arms, even out through the feet. Inhale, length. And a deep, deep exhale all the way out. So it's always a good idea around this time of the year because it's a time of transition, right? We're transitioning from the heat of summer and the activity of summer, and then starting to go into a little bit more of a quietness into the autumn and fall. Anytime during those transitions, it's always good to kind of ground down a little bit more. And then slowly here, start to shake your head side to side. So it's a slow shake of your head first. And it doesn't have to be too fast. And then from here, add on with the arms. So flip your right palm down as you turn your head to the left. Come right back center, and then flip your left palm down as you turn your head to the right. So go at a pace that works for you. So this little rotation starts to open up right into the shoulders, the neck, in a really gentle way. And now add on the legs. So your knees will move in the same direction as your head. And I come back center, maybe knees and nose towards the right, left palm down. And then just continue to go side to side. And then slowly as your knees go over to the right, just stay to the right and maybe come into more of a fetal position on your right side. So again, if you need to support the right side of your head, feel free to have a pillow or a blanket. Draw your knees towards your chest, and then your left arm reaches up and over, and exhale, slowly release. So you're circling your top arm. If you have any shoulder injuries or any shoulder tension, that this movement doesn't work for you, try bringing your hand behind your head and your top elbow lifts up and over, and then exhale, close. You can make this movement a little bit smaller. So it just kind of depends. But these first few movements, as usual, try to make them a little slower, a little bit more deliberate to see how the side of the shoulder is feeling. Because it is a little bit more of a twist, and you can always make it a little bit more of a twist. You might feel this kind of crinkliness down the spine. And then whenever you're ready, feel free to reach your top arm out and just take a deep inhale and a deep exhale all the way out. And pausing in a little bit of a twist. And slowly, when you're coming right back, come all the way onto your backs and draw the soles of your feet together, knees apart. And then inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Bring your palms together. Trace the midline as you bring your knees together. Yeah, so inhale, open your knees and reach your arms out to the sides. Bring your palms together. Trace the midline as your knees come together. So here you're stretching out into the inner thighs, but also just kind of waking up the joints. And each side might feel a little bit differently. And then whenever you feel ready, feel free to switch. Come on to your left side. Bring your knees in, and then right palm on top of your left palm. Then this top arm, your right arm, starts to circle, and you can go up and down or reach your top elbow up and back. Good, and then eventually feel free to hold it into a twist if that works for your shoulder. Yeah, you can always continue to move too. And remember, you don't have to do a circular motion. The top arm can reach up and over and then back down too, if that feels a little bit better, that closing and opening sort of action. And then once you're ready, come all the way back onto your backs once again. And then same thing, soles over your feet together, knees apart. And then inhale, reach your arms out to the side, bring your palms together, trace the midline as your knees come towards each other, and then just continue to reach out. And then exhale, bring your palms together, knees together. Okay, and then slowly this next time, bring your knees in towards your chest and just move a little bit side to side. So one hand on each knee and start to circle your knees away from each other and then towards each other. And then as you bring your knees in towards your chest, this next inhale, reach your feet and your arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reach it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rebend. Yeah, there we go. That's it. And then just continue here. Remember, if your hamstrings are feeling really, really tight, you don't have to extend all the way. Yeah, just kind of coax it along. Reach. Yes. And then this next time, reach your arms and feet towards the ceiling, flex, point your toes, circle your ankles. You can kind of give them a little shake, whatever that you feel here. This particular movement, just being upside down with the legs, really nice if you've been on your feet for a long period of time, or you're going to sit for a long period of time. Yeah, you're just kind of circulating everything. And hands behind your thighs. This next time, inhale, bring your feet apart, no more than hip width. And then as you exhale, bring your feet towards each other. Inhale, legs out, and then exhale, legs in. So once again, you're strengthening into the inner thighs. Yeah, you're kind of continuing on with that theme. And this next time, draw your feet apart, bend your knees, set your feet down, and just bring your right knee in towards your chest and start to circle your right leg. If a circular motion, you want something a little different, you can bring your leg across your body and then out. Yeah. Come back center, bring your right ankle right above your left knee, flex your right foot, and just bring your hips side to side. So bigger range of motion. And then we'll kind of do this little twist on both sides, still keeping the legs exactly where it is. So right ankle right above your left knee. Tip your right knee towards the right. If you have a block or a blanket or a pillow, you can always slide it right underneath your right knee. This side, it just starts to kind of open up into the left side of your hip, left side of your hip flexor. You might feel it in your hip flexor. I know I do. Sometimes a little bit deeper too. So just kind of, again, depends on where you're holding that tightness and tension. You can even reach your arms up overhead, take hold of your right wrist, do a little tiny little side bend towards the left. I would encourage you to keep your elbows down onto the floor, keep your shoulders relaxed. Slowly as you come right back to center, come into more of a traditional twist. So bring your right foot down towards the left. If you want your outer hip to open up a little bit more, encourage your right knee to draw away from your face. But if that's a little too much tension, you can drop your right knee towards your face to more of a traditional twist. And slowly as you come right back center, set both feet down, and now just draw your left knee towards your chest and start to circle your left leg or move it side to side, whatever that feels the best. And slowly bring your left ankle right above your right knee, flex your foot, and just move a little bit side to side. Okay, so you can always continue here or bring your left knee towards the ground or have something underneath your left knee to support it, especially if you're feeling a lot of tension through the knees. You never really want to feel things in your joints. And you don't want to feel any pain or deep discomfort in the joints. The muscles are kind of fine. Right, because you have to put a little bit of tension in order to get a little stronger through the muscles. And then once again, you can do the same thing. You can reach your arms up, take hold of your left wrist, maybe the side bend slightly towards the right. But they're all really small movements. If you're feeling tense through the shoulders and your elbows don't want to rest lightly on the ground, just keep your arms into cactus arms. Bend your arms to my knees. And then slowly as you come back center, come into your traditional twist. So once again, your left foot can land on the ground or even onto the block. You can encourage your left knee to drop away from your face. Now, a few weeks ago, I was talking about the poses that you like as opposed to the poses that you dislike. I know when I first started teaching, 12 years ago now, there was a little bit of saying of the pose you don't like is the pose that you need. But as I was progressing, I'm realizing it's the opposite, right? The pose that you really like is probably what's really right for your body. So even if you are in a pose that you're not really crazy about, see if you can adjust and modify it until you do like it. Now, and then slowly as you come right back, center, bring your knees in towards your chest, move side to side. I know it's easy to insert a Shavasana pose joke right there, but then again, maybe that's what your body really needs is that rest. So slowly as you come right back center, maybe come into a happy baby so you can come into your full happy baby or more of a modification, hands underneath your knees, draw your knees apart and just move a little bit side to side. Yeah. So even happy baby, it's not always a happy pose for everyone, and I acknowledge that. But think about ways that you can make it a little happier. Now that's the beauty of these poses, that you can make them your own. And then slowly come all the way onto one side. And as you roll right back up, maybe soles of your feet together, knees apart. Let's start this way here today and just move a little bit side to side. And then slowly as you come right back up, reach your right leg out, left leg in, inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, let's pause in this little side bend. In this top arm, you can start to rotate out and up just a few times here. And again, if this doesn't work for your shoulder, just bring your top hand behind your head, lift your elbow up and back. And then slowly this next time, inhale, just reach your top elbow up and back. So make sure that the bottom shoulder stays a little bit lighter. Yeah, that you're not tensing up through the shoulders. And then just as carefully, you're going to come right back up. So keep your outstretched foot flexed. Bring left hand behind your right hand onto your left knee, lengthen through the spine, and gently look over your right shoulder. So maybe lift your chin up slightly. Perfect. And release the side of your neck. And maybe relax your right glute muscle. Because I have a feeling this right glute muscle has a tendency to tense up. See if you can kind of relax it. And slowly as you come right back center, bring your left elbow over your right and either give yourselves a big hug and just move a little bit side to side, or come into full Gargasana and move side to side, or start to circle. So you're opening up right in between the shoulder blades. And again, if this doesn't feel okay, just feel free to give yourselves a big hug. You're still doing the same benefits. You're still getting the same benefits, still doing a lot. And then gently unravel. This has been my little favorite lately. You're gonna walk your hands in a direction that your left knee is pointing. So just reach out, but keep your right sit bone down onto the floor so you don't have to reach out too much. Some of you, if you're feeling really nice and open, you can always come down onto your forearms if that feels okay. Others, you might need to stay up a little bit more, and that's fine. The loveliness of this is that you can have the sense of extension through your spine, but you're also opening up a little bit more into the right side of your inner thigh. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale all the way out. Walk your hands back, lengthen, and then maybe lightly fingertips behind you, lift your chest up, exhale, release your head back. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale all the way out. So you're opening up into the front of your throat, front of your body. And then just as carefully as you come right back up, extend the other side. So left leg extends out, right leg draws in. So keep your left foot pretty flexed. Inhale, reach up, exhale, side bend. And once again, this top arm, you can start to circle your top arm. You can bring your top hand behind your head, lift up and over, whatever the side feels like it needs. And then just as slowly as you come right back up, bring your right hand behind you, left hand onto your right knee, lengthen through the spine and gently look over your left shoulder. You can lift your chin up slightly. This one, there should be a little bit of sensation right into the, in this case, the right side of your neck. It's nice because you're also kind of getting into a little bit of the lymph nodes there too, and hopefully like that. Transition of season also means the body gets a little bit more tired and a little bit more susceptible to getting colds. Slowly as you come back center and right elbow right over your left. Either give yourselves a big hug or come into full guard asana. Yeah, and just move a little bit side to side. I always think of this particular pose as the anti-computer pose. I always automatically go into it if I've been slouched for a long period of time. And it's slowly as you come right back up, unravel your arms, walk your hands in the direction of your right knee. Keep your left sit bone down onto the floor. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale out. Yeah, so adjust and explore until you feel this, maybe through opening through the low back. Yeah. Because remember, there's really no right or wrong way of doing it. There may be more comfortable way or uncomfortable ways of doing a pose. And then just as slowly as you walk your hands back, hands behind you, lift your chest, exhale, release your head back. Take a deep inhale and exhale up through the mouth. One more in, one more out. And slowly as you come right back up, maybe this time both soles of your feet together, knees apart, lengthen and just move a little bit side to side. Yeah, so hopefully inner thighs are being a little bit more cooperative if they weren't already. It's okay if they weren't. And then just as gently as you come right back up, roll over your shins and come into hands and knees. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So fingertips are spread wide. Inhale, chin up, chest up, line across collarbones. As you exhale, open up right in between the shoulder blades. So just come into your regular cat cow. Yeah, so your shins are parallel to one another. Okay, and then now as you exhale, round and slide your hips towards your heels, tap your elbows. Inhale, bring your spine back into a neutral position, back into tabletop. Exhale, round your back, tap your elbows down towards the floor. Good. Inhale, bring it back into a neutral position as you come back into tabletop. So it's a little bit of tricep engagement as well. Okay, and then slowly you can slide back into your child's pose, forehead onto the ground, elbows down to the floor, and just move a little bit side to side, forehead onto the ground. And let's walk your hands over towards the right, reach out towards the right, take a deep inhale, and a deep exhale all the way out. And slowly walk your hands over towards the left, same thing, have the sense of reach, and exhale all the way out. And slowly as you come right back center, come back up onto hands and knees. This one's a little different. This time, draw your toes together, knees apart, and now come into cat-cow. And just observe if just this variation makes a huge difference for you. And then now as you exhale round back, slide into your child's pose once again. So this time you're in a wide knee variation. If this is your favorite variation, you can always do it for all of it too. Once again, walk your hands over towards the right, reach out, and then pause there. And then walk your hands over towards the left, reach out, and once again, pause. And then slowly as you come right back, center, inhale, right back up onto hands, knees. This time it's a little different. Bring your knees towards each other, ankles apart. So your knees don't have to touch, but they're kind of angled towards each other. And then now come back into your cat-cow. Going back with your hips in this variation might not be as comfortable for the knees, but you can round and kind of slide back just a little bit where you're kind of feeling this openness through the low back. Some of you, if you feel comfortable, feel free, but again, just be really aware and kind to your knees with this. Good. Yeah, and then just as slowly as you come right back, bring your knees side by side, extend your right leg straight back, dig the ball of your foot down, push back, come forward, push back, come forward. Good. Since we're here, let's come into a modified side plank. So as you come back center, angle your left shin out, right heel down, reach your right arm up, and maybe top arm reaches up. You can start to circle your top arm up and over. Good. Yeah, and those of you who want a little bit more openness through the front of your body, you can bring your bottom hand, your left hand back, right heel back, and then reach your top arm up and back, just a tiny bit more. And then as you exhale, slowly come right back center, knees side by side, and let's extend your left leg straight back and dig the ball of your foot down, push back and forward, push back and forward. And slowly as you come back center, angle your right shin out, left heel down, reach your top arm up and over. And once again, this top arm, you can start to circle your top arm if you want. You can hold it there. Yeah. Good. Okay. And if you want a little bit more of a back bend, bring your right hand and left heel back just about a couple of inches. And that gives you a little more space to kind of open up here. And as you exhale, slowly come right back center, set your knees side by side, hips stay right above your knees, walk your fingertips forward, forehead or chin and chest onto the ground, lengthen out through the spine, take a deep inhale, and deep exhale out. Good, now you're gonna lift your hips slightly, set your forearms down, and slide all the way forward. So come into Sphinx pose, elbows right underneath your shoulders. Press your chest in between the biceps and widen across collarbones, and then gently look over your right shoulder. Make sure your left shoulder doesn't chase. Keep a wide collarbone, yeah. And then gently look over your left shoulder. Keep your right shoulder exactly where it is. And then slowly as you come right back center, reach your arms forward. And then this next time, lift your left leg, right arm up. So lengthen. And then exhale, release right back down. Inhale, lift your right arm, left arm up. And then exhale, release. So just continue to alternate lift right here, because the height really doesn't matter. It's the extension that you're really thinking about. Yeah. And make sure your toes don't turn out away from each other. Keep the top, all 10 toes facing downwards. And then this next inhale, lift everything off the ground, all 4 limbs. And then exhale, bend your elbows towards your rib cage. Inhale, lift it up, maybe into more of a Y shape. Exhale, pull your elbows in. And then inhale, reach it up. Yeah, and then last one, exhale, pull it in, just pause right here. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other and then kind of down. Keep your collarbones really nice and wide. So you're not looking up, so try not to crane your head back. Exhale, gently release right back down. Stack your hands directly on top of one another. Wiggle your hips free. And you can curl your heels to your seat and just wiggle your legs side to side as well. And gently release your legs straight back, hands right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come right back up. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, and start to shake out your heels, shake out your head. And then gently step your right foot towards your right thumb, and you'll come up into high lunge. So as you lift all the way up, reach your arms up. If you feel that this is really, really wobbly for you today, you can always come into more of a warrior 1 as well. So on this next exhale, you're going to hinge forward. So it's the same sort of movement and extension that you were doing on the ground. So as you reach both arms forward, let's bring your right arm back. Inhale, reach both arms forward. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Good. Inhale, reach forward. And then exhale, right arm. Reach. And then left arm. And then reach. This next time, inhale, you're going to come right back all the way up. Exhale, lower your arms as you straighten out your front leg. Rebend your arms as you reach your arms up. Exhale, lower. And then lift. Now, if this is causing your shoulders to tense up, try bringing your arms a little bit wider as you lift your arms. And sometimes that automatically draws your shoulders down a bit more. This next time, inhale, you're going to lift. Maybe forward, hover your toes an inch or two off the floor, and you bring both feet hip width and parallel. Yeah, there we go. Inhale, you're gonna reach your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Take hold of your right wrist, side bend towards the left. So keep it soft, hip points facing forward. Inhale, come right back up. Take hold of your left wrist, side bend towards the right. Your knees are still remaining quite soft. Inhale, you're gonna come right back up. Exhale, hinge all the way forward. Knees are soft. Ground down into your left foot. Step back with your right. So again, you can come up into high lunge or bring your back heel in into more of a warrior one. Long inhale lifts you up. Continue to press down into your front foot wherever you are. As you exhale, hinge forward and bring your left arm back. Inhale, bring both fingertips forward. Exhale, bring your right arm back. Inhale, come back forward and continue to go back and forth right here. Yeah, so you're strengthening into the back muscles a bit more. The core still stays engaged as well. Okay, and then this next time, bring both arms all the way forward. Lift up, lower your arms as your front leg straightens. Inhale and lift your arms as you rebend through the front knee and then lower. Good, so getting a little bit more into the glute muscles, right into the thigh muscles. Lost my balance there. Inhale, rebend, and this next time, hinge forward. Lift your back leg up just a tiny bit and then step both feet hip width and parallel. Reach both arms all the way up. Take hold of your left wrist, side bend towards the right. Inhale, you're gonna come right back up. Take hold of your right wrist, side bend towards the left. Okay. This next time, inhale as you come up. You can have your feet hip width and parallel, or you can zip them together. Come into chair. So bend your knees, fingertips scoop towards the ground, and then reach up. And then you're gonna stand right back up as your arms lower, yeah? So you're pushing down into your heels as you do so. So bend your knees, shift a lot of weight in towards your heels. Stand it up as your arms lower, good. Inhale. And then exhale. Okay, this next time coming into a little bit more of a twist. So as you bend, you're gonna hold it right here. Palms come together, trace the midline, and gently twist towards the right. Some of you, if you want, you can bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. Just make sure that there's not a huge twist that's happening through the sacrum. Yeah, so your knees are fairly level. If there's a little bit of a jutting forward with your left knee, that's fine. Inhale, you're gonna come right back center. Stand it up as your arms lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees, fingertips scoop to the ground, bring your palms together, and then gently twist over towards the other direction. Yeah, so you can just stay with this twist or go a little bit deeper. Yeah, nice, Rachel, that's it. And then just as slowly as you come right back up, reach right back up. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, roll it back. Perfect. Now this next time, inhale, you're gonna reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hinge all the way forward. Hands above or below the knees. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, let's ground down into your right foot. Step back with your left. Now you're gonna come into a low lunge here this time. So set your back knee down onto the ground and bring both hands right above your front knee. Tuck the tailbone under so slightly, and then just pause right there. This next time, bring both arms all the way up. Okay, so your front foot is very much firmly onto the ground. Left arm, it comes outside of your right thigh. Right thigh pushes into your left hand and vice versa. So keep this part really strong. And then the top arm reaches back, and let's do circles. Reach your top arm up and out. Good, that's it, perfect. And then just continue here. So you're not really twisting a lot. You're finding the stability and then twisting from that stability here. Reach your arm out and just pause right here. You might even turn your head and look at your right hand if that feels okay. Yeah, it is gonna be a little wobbly too. So really be sure to really push down into your front foot. And then slowly you're gonna come right back up, lift both arms up, take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, bring both hands down, and then right leg draws straight back. So your right leg is no higher than hip height. Okay, all 5 toes are facing the ground. Core engaged, and maybe your left arm reaches forward. So again, you're returning to that balance that we were doing before. And then as you exhale, bring both hands and knees down to the ground, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into a down dog, and start to treat out your heels, shake out your head, and kind of feel it out. How your back is feeling, how your hips are feeling. Good. Okay, we're gonna do that same thing on side 2. Turn around here. Left leg lifts up, and then left foot steps towards your left thumb. Set your back knee down to the ground, hands right above your front knee. Lengthen, and here you're going to tuck a tailbone under so slightly, so you're breathing into the right hip flexor. You're going to continue to push down into your front foot, and now reach both arms up. And remember, if reaching both arms up causes your shoulders tense up, draw your arms a little wider. And bring right hand outside of your left thigh. Push your left thigh into your right hand and gently open up with your left arm. You can stay here early on if you want. Otherwise, this top arm, maybe spin it and open, yeah? So you're moving from the most mobile part of your spine around your ribs. Okay, and then whenever you're ready, just hold this top arm up and back. Again, you can stay here. You can gently turn and look at your left thumb. Really press into your right hand with your left thigh. And then slowly as you come right back center, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring both hands down onto the ground, and your left leg will lift up and back, no higher than hip height, yeah? So all 5 toes face the ground, shoulders, hips, everything squared, and then reach your right arm forward. And pause right there. So once again, the beauty of this is you don't have to lift too high, just this length. And as you exhale, bring both hands and knees down to the ground, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and all the way back. So we're going to do that again, but this time into high lunge. But if high lunge doesn't work for you, again, either wear your one legs or back knee down to the ground. So your right foot steps towards your right thumb, lift up into high lunge, reach. Okay. So once again, you're going to turn. So turn towards your right knee, reach your arms out. Yeah, so your hips are facing forward, yeah? And then maybe your left hand can come outside of your right thigh or right hip, but encourage your right knee to draw out and then gently twist here. Good, and then gently you're gonna come right back, reach your arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, lean forward. So you can stay right here or come into warrior 3. So back leg lift, and you don't have to lift the back leg too high. Yeah, you can even bring your hands onto a furniture, onto the ground, lengthen out. Hips are level. Or even here, think about this diagonal movement that you were doing throughout class. So right fingertips reaches forward, left heel reaches back. And then just as gently, you're going to stand right back up and then release. Yeah, inhale, roll shoulders up, exhale, roll them straight back. Okay, we'll do this on side 2. So you're going to ground down into your left foot, reach your arms out and up, exhale, hinge forward, and hands right to the ground or onto the block. Step your right foot back, and then long inhale lifts you up. High lunge, low lunge, warrior 1. Gently twist, so just your rib cage towards the left. Right hand outside of your left thigh, left hip, something, and then reach your left arm back. Good, so your oblique muscles are definitely trying to help you along here, okay? And then slowly you're gonna come right back center, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Okay, so once again, think of this diagonal direction. Left fingertips through your right heel. and then lift up. Good. Nice. And then gently as you come right back up, both feet hip width and parallel to the ground. Inhale, roll shoulders up. Good. Exhale, roll them back. So I'm just gonna kind of open up into the low back a little bit. So this isn't really a balancey pose, so definitely try to keep both feet on the ground. So let's bring your right leg behind the left. So you're just kind of crossing it. And for some of you, if you draw your feet a little bit wider, that might feel a little bit more stable. So again, just find the stability here. So inhale, you're gonna reach up, take hold of your right wrist, and then side bend towards the left. So you're opening up right into the right side of your waist, right side of your low back. And you can, if you want a little bit more through the low back, spin your right armpit down a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So just a tiny bit. And you might feel this opening right into a different sensation down the back. And then gently inhale, you're gonna lift, reach your arms out. Left arm is gonna come underneath the right. So either give yourselves a big hug or come into full Garudasana. You can always come onto your left toes, bend both knees, and you're in full Garudasana. Yeah. And then just as gently as you come right back up, unravel your arms, unravel your feet, lower everything right back down. Inhale, roll shoulders up. Exhale back. We'll do that side too. So left leg is going to come behind the right. So again, find that stability point. Yep. Whatever that feels the most stable to you. And then this next time, inhale, you're going to reach. Good. Take hold of your left wrist, lengthen, side bend towards the right. Okay. So you can stay here, or you can kind of spin the armpit down a little bit. See what feels best to you. You can kind of do little movements too if you need. Next time, inhale, you're going to lift. Bring your right arm under. Big hug or Garudasana. Yeah. You can keep your legs exactly where it is, or just bend your knees a little bit. Lengthen, and maybe your elbows come towards your knees. Just move a little bit side to side. And then long inhale lifts you right back up. Good. Unravel, set both feet right back down. Inhale, roll shoulders up. Exhale, roll them straight back. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Knees are soft. Exhale, hinge all the way forward. And this time, take hold of opposite elbows, knees are soft, and just move a little bit side to side. So you're looking at your knees the whole time. And whenever you're ready, place your hands down to the ground and step back into your down dog. And straight out heels, shake out your head. You can even draw your feet about mat width apart and just move your hips a little bit side to side. Good, and then gently set your knees down and slide back into your child's pose. Now you can bring your palms together, elbows in towards the side of your head, bend your elbows, let your fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, or continue to bend your elbows, let your fingertips reach towards your hips, or point towards your hips. Re-extend out, and then carefully as you roll right back up, have a little more space behind you to roll all the way back. So hug your knees in towards your chest and just move a little bit side to side, one hand on each knee. Once again, you can start to circle your knees. And as you set your feet down onto the ground, feet about mat width apart, and just start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Okay, so when you're coming into a twist, you can keep your legs exactly where it is and just bring your knees over towards the right and then pause right there. Otherwise, you can bring your left leg over your right leg and then bring your knees towards the right. Yeah, and you can always have something underneath your knees to better support it. And then carefully switching to side two. So whenever you can always keep your head looking in the same direction as your knees or away from your knees, whatever that feels the best on your neck. And slowly as you come right back center, once again, hug your knees to your chest and just move a little bit side to side. And as you come back center, you can set your feet down to the floor. So let's do a couple of bridge flows before we settle into bridge. So hands right by your side, all 10 toes facing the top or pointing in the same direction as the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms up. Exhale, release your hips and your hands down simultaneously. And just continue to lift. Make sure you're really grounding down into your feet so your knees don't split open. And whenever you want, feel free to come into your bridge pose. So this could be hips up, you can clasp your hands, walk shoulder blades in, or you can bend your arms to 90 degrees and press the backs of your arms down onto the ground. Or you can just continue with the bridge flow. Perfect. And then whenever you're ready, slowly release down. Keep your hips down to the floor. And as you exhale, press your low back down onto the floor. And then as you inhale, bring your low back into a neutral position. Exhale, press your low back down to the floor. Bring it back into a neutral position. So the movement's going to be extremely tiny, but it does release through your low back. And as you bring your low back into a neutral position, hug your knees in towards your chest one last time. You can stay right here, or you can bring your hands to the instep or the outside of your feet, come into a happy baby and just move a little bit side to side. If there's any other pose that you want to do, go into that. Otherwise, go straight into your Shavasana. Palms flipped up, eyes closed, or legs up the wall or the furniture. Your eyes closed. And start to wiggle toes and fingers. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out. And bring your knees in towards your chest and just move a little bit side to side. You can come into a fetal position on one side, and then slowly, when you're ready, roll up into your seat. Inhale, our shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back. Maybe hands onto your knees and just doing a few sitting cat cows to open up their low back into upper spine. This next time as you inhale, lift, reach your arms out and up, and the palms come together and trace them in line. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale all the way out. One more breath all the way in. And then all the way out. Good. Much love and gratitude. Namaste.